This is a series of videos. Please refer to the methods of stitches, ignoring the yarn colour. Select the corresponding yarn colours in your material package to turn. Please refer to both the videos and the instructional brochure during.
Hi, I'm LUNUAFVY. I'm going to teach you today how to crochet a cute tiger. Let's hook the body part now. First, the first loop is a loop stitch. 6 short needles. Now let's start with the loop stitch. Wrap the string around your finger twice. Grab the string and bring it over. Tail fingers hook the line. Hold the thread up with your index finger and pinch the thread. Crochet round the coil. Bypass line. Hook over. Go around again. A circle of wire and wire round. It's a standing pin. Now we begin to hook 6 short needles. Crochet round the circle. Snag a line. Pull over. Hook the line again. Pull it over here, and that's a short needle. This is the first stitch of the round. We add the marker buckle. This is the beginning of the first loop. We add the marker buckle. Wait a minute to finish this loop. I knew I was done. And then we hook the second stitch. Third stitch. The fourth short needle. The fifth needle. The sixth needle. This V is a needle. Let's count 123,456. There are 6 short needles. After 6 short stitches, we tighten the coil. Take this one and pull it. See which line is moving. And then pull on this moving thread. This tightens the coil. When you're done, pull on this one. This is what it looks like. We cut the thread to the end. That's the end of the first loop. When we're done with the hook, we'll lower the marker. It's here where the button is marked. Crochet through the eye of the needle. Then hook the thread and hook it over. Just hook the line. Tensioning. This is the first loop. And then the second loop. Composed of 6 plus pins. That's 12 stitches. Before we start each loop, they all need a standing pin. Just pull the crochet needle around the thread. This is a standing pin. And then we move on to the eye of the needle that we just pulled. Start at the eye of one of the needles and hook the first stitch. To add a needle is to hook 2 short needles in the same eye. Now we begin to hook the first plus pin. In this place that we just pulled. Hook 2 short pins. This is the first one. After checking the first one, we add the marker buckle. Place the second short stitch in the same eye. So these 2 stitches form a plus stitch. The second circle will hook 6 of these pins. Now we begin to hook the second plus pin. Hook 2 short stitches in the same eye. This is the second injection. Then we'll finish the other 4 pins. That's the end of the second loop. We take off the marker. This is where the button is marked. Hook a drawing needle. Pull the thread tight. Hook a standing pin. The third lap is made up of 6 groups, 1 short stitch and 1 plus stitch. That's 18 stitches. We're drawing the eye of the needle here. Hook the first short stitch. Marking buckle. And then the eye of the next needle, hook a plus stitch. To add a needle is to hook 2 short needles to the same eye. Put another short stitch in the same eye. That'll finish the first set. Then there are 5 more groups. Let's start with the second group. A short needle. 1 plus pin. A short needle. 1 plus pin. Let's finish the circle. The third round is LUNUAFVY. Attention, everybody. This needle doesn't count. Remove marker buckle. End of drawing. Tension wire. A rice pin. The fourth lap is made up of 6 groups. 2 short stitches, 1 plus 1. That's 24 shots in all. We're going to hook the first set now. Hook the first short needle in the place of the draw. Marking buckle. Second pin. 1 plus pin. It's 2 short stitches in the same eye. This is the first group. Then take the second group, the first short stitch. Second pin. 1 plus pin. Then there are 4 more groups. Let's finish it. The fourth loop is over. Remove marker buckle. End of drawing. Hook a standing pin. The fifth lap is made up of 6 groups, 3 short stitches, 1 plus 1. That's 30 stitches. Now we're going to hook the first set. Hook the first short needle in the place of the draw. Marking buckle. Two short needles. 3 short needles. 1 plus pin. It's 2 stitches in the same eye. That's the end of the first set. Then there are 5 more groups. Let's hook it up. Take off the marker after the 5th loop. End of drawing. A rice pin. The 6th round is made up of 6 sets of 4 short pins. A plus needle composition. That's 36 stitches. Now we're going to hook the first set. Hook the first short needle where the length is drawn. Marking buckle. The 3rd transitory. The 4th short pin. 1 plus pin. 2 stitches through the eye of a needle. That's the end of the first set. 5 more sets. Let's hook it up. Remove the marker when the 6th loop is off. Mark the location of the buckle. End of drawing. A rice pin. Let 7 through 11 and no more, none less. 36 short needles. Now we're going to do the 7th loop. The first short stitch. Marking buckle. 2nd pin. The 3rd short pin. The 4th short needle. People keep doing this. Finish the 11th circle. Eleven loops finished. Remove marker buckle. End of drawing. A rice pin. The 12 turns are made up of 4 sets of 8 short pins. A plus needle composition. That's a total of 40 stitches. Let's start with the first group. The first short stitch. Marking buckle. 2nd pin. The 3rd short pin. The 4th short needle. 5th pin. The 6th short pin. The 7th short pin. The 8th short pin. 1 plus pin. That's 2 short stitches per stitch in the same eye. That'll finish the first set. Then there are 3 more sets. Let's finish it. Pull a hook and press the mark to pull out. A rice pin. That's 13 through 18 or 40 stitches. Now let's hook round 13. A short needle. Marking buckle. 3 short needles. 3 short needles. Do this until the 18th circle. Round 18 is alpha. Remove marker buckle. End of drawing. A rice pin. Loop 19 is made up of 4 sets of 8 short pins. A reduction stitch is composed. That's 36 stitches. Now we're going to hook the first set. Hook the first short pin at this point of the draw. Marking buckle. Second pin. The third short pin. The fourth short pin. The fifth short pin. The sixth short needle. The seventh short needle. The eighth short needle. One reducer. Reducing stitch is to pick the other half of the 2 stitches. This is the outer half of the needle. Next. And then there's the next outside half of the stitch. And then hook a coil over here. So now you have 2 coils. Hook another coil. This is the needle reduction. It's just combining 2 needles into one. Then there are 3 more groups. Let's finish it. Finished hooking her short needle. One reducer picks at the other half. The outside half needle hooks a coil over. Hook another coil. That completes the second set. Then we'll check off the remaining 2 groups. Round 19 is all fine. Remove marker buckle. End of drawing. A rice pin. Loop 20 is made up of 6 sets of 4 short pins. A reduction stitch is composed. That's 30 stitches. Now let's check the first group. The first short stitch. Marking buckle. Second pin. The third short pin. The fourth short needle. One reducer. Pick 2 outer half stitches. Hook a coil. Hook another coil. That'll finish the first set. Then there are 5 more groups. Let's finish it. For short stitches and 1 reduction. Pick the outer half stitch. Then we finish the remaining 4 groups. 20 loops are done. Remove marker buckle. End of drawing. A rice pin. The 21 loops are made up of 6 sets of 3 short pins. A reduction stitch is composed. That's 24 shots in all. Now let's hook the first short stitch in the first set. Marking buckle. Second pin. The third short pin. 1 reducer. Pick the outer half stitch. Drawing lines. Add another line so you're done with the first set. Then take the second group. A short needle. 2 short needles. 3 short needles. 1 reducer. The second set of hook is alpha. Then there are 4 more groups. Let's hook it up. Loop 21 is alpha. Remove marker buckle. End of drawing. A raised pin. 22 laps are made up of 6 groups. Consists of 2 short needles and 1 reduced needle. That's 18 stitches. Now let's go ahead and check the first group. The first short stitch. Marking buckle. Second pin. 1 reducer. Picture out half stitches. Drawing lines. Again, this is the first group. The second group. Finish the 2 short stitches. Add another reducer. Good. Then there are 4 more groups. Let's finish it. Loop 22 is over. Remove marker buckle. End of drawing. A raised pin. The 23 laps are made up of 6 groups. 1 short stitch and 1 reduced stitch. That's 12 stitches. Now let's start with the first set of hooks. A short needle. Marking buckle. 1 reducer. This is the first group. A short needle. 1 reducer. This is the second group. Then there are 4 more groups. Let's finish it. Round 23 is alpha. We're done pulling. Hook a standing pin. Stretch the thread. Now we're going to start stuffing the cotton. After filling the tampon, let's hook round 24. It is composed of 6 reducing pins. First abbreviation. Marking buckle. Second reducer. Let's finish the circle like this. After 24 loops, we're done pulling. Pull the thread tight. Hook a standing pin. Stretch line. Disconnection. That's how you hide the wire. So the main part is finished. If it's not round enough, you can pinch it. First, let's hook the ears. The first circle of the ear is 6 short needles. We wrap the thread around our finger twice. Pinch it over here and hook it up with your tail fingers. Round hook. Hook a standing pin. Start hooking the first short needle. Marking buckle. Second pin. The third short pin. The fourth needle. The fifth needle. The sixth needle. Pull this thread. See which wire is moving. And then pull again. Tighten this coil. In this way. Pull this wire tight again. That'll finish the first lap. We take off the marker and put it where the marker is. Drawing. Keep this thread for now. Cut it off later. Tension wire. Unhook a standing pin. The second lap is made up of 3 groups. 1 short stitch and 1 plus stitch. That's 9 stitches. We'll hook the first short needle where the draw is. Marking buckle. 1 plus pin. 2 other stitches to hook 2 short stitches in the same eye. This is the first group. 3 more sets. A short needle. 1 plus pin. A short needle. 1 plus pin. That's the end of the second loop. Remove marker buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. Pull cut end the circle. Tension wire. Hook a standing pin. The third lap is now gain, now loss. 9 short needles. Hook the first short pin in this part of the draw. Marking buckle. Second pin. Third stitch. Hook 9 short needles in this way. Finish the loop. The third round is over. Remove marker buckle. Draw where the button is marked. Pull the thread tight and hook a standing pin. If we wait for the ear, we'll sew them by hand. Just leave the thread if you don't want to sew them by hand. If you stick it on, just leave a little bit of line. Then cut. Just hide the thread in there again. We can also cut this line right here. Hide the thread. That's the end of one ear. Everybody hook the other one. Now let's hook our hands. Also the first lap. It's a loop of 6 short needles. You can use this hand. Pull this thread. The first short stitch. Marking buckle. A total of 6 short stitches. Look, stretch the thread. Tighten the thread again. Cut this thread. Remove marker buckle. Draw in the position of the marker buckle. Tighten the standing pin. The second lap is made up of 3 groups. A short needle. A plus needle composition. That's 9 stitches. Now let's check the first group. The first short stitch. Marking buckle. 1 plus pin. To add stitches to hook 2 short stitches in the same stitch. This is the first group. The second group. The third group. That's the end of the second loop. Remove marker buckle. Drawing. This is the face. Hook a standing pin. The third lap is now gain, now loss. 9 short needles. Let's hook the first short needle. Marking buckle. Second pin. Always hook 9 short pins. The third round is halfway. End of drawing. And hook a standing pin. The fourth lap ends. Fold the circle in half. And then you pull it out here. Look at the needle across the way. Link. Hook a coil. Hook another coil. Just fold it in half and hook a short needle. A total of 4 hooks for short stitches. Second stitch. Third stitch. The fourth needle. Good. The fourth loop is off. Hook a standing pin. Turn around and hook for short pins. The first short stitch. Second pin. The third short pin. The fourth short needle. Hook another. A stitch leads a thread. Pull the retaining line tight. This thread will be used to sew the main body. Then disconnect. So this hand is done. You can pinch it. More three-dimensional sense. Let it bulge. Everybody hook another one. Now we're going to hook the beard with a white thread. Loop stitch. 6 short needles. The first short stitch. Marking buckle. Second pin. A total of 6 hooks. When it's ready, pull it off. See if you can pull it. The thread is wrapped. Take it off again and you'll be able to pull it. And then cut the thread. Remove the marker buckle. Draw in the position of the marker buckle. Pull the thread tight. And hook a standing pin. Strain. Just leave a little bit. Stop line. You can grow it out. And then you cut it off after you've grown it. because this one was glued on. So there's no need to leave the suture. Wrap the thread around the back. Just cut it off. Short lines can be plugged like this. Just shove it in the back. Alright, now hook another one. Now we're going to hook the tail. The first loop is a loop stitch. 6 short needles. The first short stitch. Marking buckle. Second pin. The third short pin. The fourth needle. Stay wire. Snip. The first round is halfway. Remove marker buckle. Drawing. Hook a standing pin. Make a second loop where the lead is drawn. The second lap is now more or less 6 short needles. Put a marker on the first stitch here. Second stitch. 3 kinds of needles. 4 kinds of needles. 5 needles. 6 kinds of needles. The second loop is done. We can push the side out. Remove marker buckle. Drawing. Tension wire. A raised pin. And then laps through to 15. It's always been like this. It's just no needles. Do not reduce the needle 6 short needles. Hook the first short needle where the lead is drawn. Add marker buckle on line. Second stitch. Third stitch. Keep going like this till 15 turns. Each turn is 6 short pins. Let's hook it together. We've done 15 laps. Remove marker buckle. Drawing. Pull the thread tight and hook a standing pin. Pull the thread tight and leave the thread cast. That's the end of the hook. Now let's use the black thread. Add the grain to the tiger. Tie a knot. This knot can be made bigger. And then this is the side of the tail. This flag. This place starts at the bottom. Put the knot in first. Don't pull the thread too tight. Everyone according to their own preferences. Add stripes to the tiger. Same thing at the end. Tie a knot. And hide the wire in there. Just connection. Put the wire in. For those of you who don't think there's enough of that, you can sew on the back here too. This is an arbitrary addition. See to one's liking. Now let's assemble this tiger. First of all, determine the position of each component. Make sure from the top down. The first is the position of the ears. The ears are a little further back. This is right in the middle and a little bit back. First lap start. Between lap 1 and lap 4. Because the ear is a circle, we can use glue. Just use glue. Heat it up, and then glue it on. Then there's the position of the arms. The arms are exactly the same distance on both sides of the middle. $123,456,789 from the top down. Position for lap 9. This arm needs to be sewn. Because it's just a line. It'll look better if you sew it. Then there are the eyes. The eyes are right in the middle. Right in the middle of 123 3 stitches. Equivalent to saying, there are 6 stitches between the two eyes. Then count 123,456 from the top down. Between lap 6 and 7. 2 stitches on one side of the center. Then there's the position of the beard. Make beard. There is a stitch between the two beads. 12,345,678 from the top down. From the 8th lap. The beard is an area. We can just glue it on. And then there's the tail. The tail is right in the middle of the back. Count 123,456 from the bottom. Sew it on here between lap 6 and 7. Sew it sideways so that the tail bends in front. Now we begin to assemble the tape. Don't get too close to the fire while it's heating. Do not spray directly into the fire. Just heat it up on the side. If you're good at sewing, it looks better just by sewing. Alright, now we're done with the glue. Now let's sew the hand on. Thread the remaining thread over the needle. And then in the same row right here. On this line right here. Pick a body stitch position. Plus the time. At this position. Just a couple of stitches here. And hide the thread under it. Tie a knot under here. Just hide the wire. Tail first. Put the left thread on the needle. Wrap the thread around the bottom. Now we'll add tattoos to the charger. You can tie a knot here. And wear it down here. And then wrap the knot around it. And then this place can be tied in a knot. We don't drop cords all the time. Space line. Don't pull the thread too tight. There are 3 tracks here. We can sew the nose in here when we're done. The nose is bigger. We can sew twice. Right in the middle. Come out here. You can tie it straight to the back. You just plug this wire into your body. Now let's sew it. These 3 horizontal lines on this head. And then a vertical line. Thread the black thread first. To keep the thread from falling out, we can tie a knot here. Not too tight. Then, tie a knot here. Not big enough for one more. We start here on the first lap. Where we put the needle first, it's to untangle the knot. Should we put the needle right in the middle? Right in the middle. One needle to the left. Just wrap this knot in first. This is where the first stitch is across the stitches. The second stitch is longer. We can split it into 2.5 stitches. The third stitch is longer than the second. And then we sew another vertical line. Connect these 3 bars. Let the line. Wrap it around the back and tie a knot. To bend line. Snip. In this way, it's done.